everybody, and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac, and we are back for episode 28 of my modded survival island. Last episode, we were working on setting up this big reactor to give our quarry that little bit more power, and since the end of last episode, it has been running exceptionally well. I've let the quarry run for quite some time now. As you can see, it is still going extraordinarily fast, and if we go take a look in our ores chest over here, we have quite a lot of stuff right now, which is pretty cool. Look at all this. The tripling system is a little bit slow. We could probably do with a couple more of these electrolytic separators to provide some more oxygen to the basic purifying factory just to speed it up a little bit, but for now it is working fine and it is getting the job done, albeit a little bit slowly. Anyway, that is not what I want to work on today. Today, what I want to work on is upgrading our armor, because right now, we're using a bit of a mishmash, a bit of a mix-up of stuff. We've got these boots of the Traveler from Thormgraph, we've got these random osmium leggings from Mechanism, which I got from a zombie from the mob spawner, we've got our Industrial Craft Classic jetpack, and our goggles of Revealing, and I would like to throw all of those to the side and replace them all with the power suit armor from the Modular Power Suits mod, because this thing is really, really cool and can give us near creative mode flight if we set it up right. So to do this, all we need to do is, to start with, we need to make all 4 pieces of the suit, which are surprisingly easy to make, requiring just some iron and then some of this wiring, which is some copper and some silver. And the reason why it's so easy to make is because on its own, the armor is absolutely useless. So we'll go ahead and make this real quick. We should be able to make it fairly easily with some iron. Oh, everything's broken. Everything's broken. Why is it all broken? It's broken because this is not turned on. And when that's not turned on, things break. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is probably really laggy, like really laggy. But there we go. Look at this. We can put all the cobblestone in there. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We need to, oh my, look at all the cobblestone. What? Okay, we really need to upgrade our cache over here for cobblestone. Okay. Yeah, okay, let me empty this out real quick. Okay, now that I've freed up a little bit of space for cobblestone, there's an extra 4,000 slots in there. That should keep us going for a little while here. This chest is full. Wow. We do not have a lot of space right now. We should probably upgrade, maybe add another chest or so. Ugh, that's not good. But anyway, for now, I'm going to leave this as it is. We should actually, no, I'm going to really quickly upgrade one of the default root chests. If we do something like this, if we take our gold, surround an iron with a gold, that should give us an iron to gold chest upgrade, which we can then use on this guy, and that should start to take in some of the junk. It's probably going to fill up pretty quickly, but I'm hoping this will kind of at least prolong the inevitable, which is the fact that we're going to have to upgrade this at some point. But anyway, back on track. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of this wiring. For now, we will just go ahead and make a stack of 16, and then it should be fairly easy for us to make the actual power armor itself, and that is not right at all. We need that there. We'll take the helmet. We will take the chest plate, we will take the leggings, and we will take ourselves the boots. Nice. Now, I'm not going to make the power fist just yet, but we will make that probably in the next few episodes, because this thing is also really cool. But for now, like I said before, if I was to go ahead and put all 4 of these things here on, these are absolutely 100% useless. Like, they do nothing. We walk at normal speed. We take normal fall damage. They have 0 armor. You can see at the top, energy is 0 out of 0. Durability is kind of standard for, like, iron armor or something like that. And we cannot fly at all. It's just completely, absolute 100% trash. It doesn't do anything. But if we get ourselves a power armor tinker table and add some of these really cool upgrades, it becomes kind of really, really awesome. So, for now, I'm going to take all this off so we can put our cool armor back on for the time being, actually fly around and do stuff. And the first thing we're going to do is, of course, make this power armor tinker table, which is made using 2 electrum, a machine frame, an emerald, and a redstone transmission coil, which is some silver and some redstone. So you will notice that I have almost everything we need to make a machine frame, just missing a little bit of glass. Do we have some? We have 5. Good stuff, good stuff. I will take 3 of those, and we will quickly whip ourselves up a machine frame. I also grabbed the glass as well to make the sand, to make the glass as well. I didn't know if we had any in the system, but we will take you. Then all we need to do is make ourselves the coil. That should be fairly easy to do. We'll put you in the middle and redstone either side. And then the final thing is, of course, the emerald and those 2 pieces of electrum. Electrum is fairly easy. We just need our induction furnace over here, silver and gold. That will make us an electrum. As for the emerald, we do not have any in our AE system unless the quarries picks them up, which it hasn't. And so what I've gone ahead and done is made myself 12 bucks. So we're going to fly over here to our local village. And if my memory serves me correctly, there is a villager who is willing to trade an emerald for, I think, 11 bucks. I made 12 just to be on the safe side, but I'm pretty sure 11 is the right number. It's neither of you two. These guys, for whatever reason, have decided that they are now going to be swimming villagers instead of ones who actually, like, you know, live in the buildings. But that's fine. You want to... There, here we go. It's this guy. Let's not get killed by the spider. That would be fantastic. Let's just quickly trade out that emerald. I'm not bothered about that book that we just lost. That is fine. And that should be everything we need to make ourselves the Tinker Table Power Station, I think it was called. I'm pretty sure it used to have an older name in older versions of Minecraft, a different name in older versions of Minecraft. The Power Armor Tinker Table is what it is called. Let's grab our electrum and let's make the table. Nice. Now this thing looks pretty awesome. We'll put it there. Look at this thing. It looks really cool. And if we go in here, you'll see we have all 4 of our pieces of armor. And if we had the power fist, that would show up in here as well. And when you click on it, it shows all the possible upgrades that you can make and includes a little bit of details about the piece of armor that you're on. Now, one of the first things that we're going to want to do for every single piece of armor is equip an energy. Now, there are 4 different tiers of energy. There is basic, integrated, elite, and then thermal generator. There's really only 3, I guess, and then the last one is kind of like stuff that can generate energy for you. So there's like basic, medium, and then high, and then this one has a thermal generator, generates power from extreme amounts of heat. So if you're in lava, you would get some heat there. This one has a solar generator you can add to it, which will kind of just passively generate energy for your power suit whilst you're in the sun, obviously. To start with, we're going to make just the medium integrated battery for all of these, and to make that, we need an MV capacitor for each and every piece of armor. So, to make that, all we need is 2 wiring and 1 leadstone energy cell, which means we need to make ourselves 4 leadstone energy cells. So, let's head on back over here. Let's grab ourselves a bunch of redstone. We actually have a ton of redstone now, which is crazy. I'm hoping it picks up a few more diamonds as well, because that would be fantastic. But now we've got that, we are going to need quite a bit of glass. Do we have any? We do not. However, one thing we do have is an absolute whack ton of cobblestone. So, if we were to throw that into the rotary macerator, not the gold, if we were to throw that into the rotary macerator, that should turn into sand fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and request some coal real quick so that we can put that in the generator just in case our machines here run out of power. And I think it's this one. This one? No, it's this one. For some reason, coal takes quite a while to get here. I'm not quite sure why, but let's throw that in there. That gets us quite a bit of sand, which we will then smelt up in here like so. Smelting up 2 at a time is fantastic. And then finally, we need a little bit of lead, which again, shouldn't be too big of a deal. We have quite a bit of the stuff up here. Thank you very much. And with that, we should be able to make ourselves quite a few of these guys, the MV capacitors. So, we will go ahead and make at least 3 blocks of redstone. 1, 2, 3. The rest can go back over there. Put you in the middle. Glass, 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 and glass, surrounded by some lead. That gets us a bunch of these. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I thought we needed 3, when in fact we needed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Helps if you put them all down. Thank you very much. And there we go. Boom. And boom. Nice. That gets us 4 of those, which we can then go down and apply to our power armor. Now, one thing you need to bear in mind when adding stuff to your power armor, all you gotta do is click install like this. We get this little bar over here, you'll see that says battery size and IC2 tier. Now, you'd think by default that you would just like bump these all the way up and just get the maximum battery size and the maximum IC2 tier that you could possibly have. However, that does increase your weight. You'll see up here we're at 10 kilograms. If I bring this down, the weight goes down. If I bring this down, the weight doesn't change. I think this is just to do with what machines you can put it in without them like breaking or doing other stuff like that. But the higher you put all these, if I was to put all of these up to 10, you'll see they all weigh 10 kilograms. And once you get to a certain amount of weight, your character starts to move a lot slower than he normally would. Now, I think putting all those up to max will be fine for now. But in the future, if we were to put everything up to full, like armor and movement and environment and all that kind of stuff, we would start to move very, very slowly and see some negative effects of having such heavy armor as well. So that's just something to bear in mind. The next thing that we are going to make is, of course, the jetpack. I said we're going to make that next. We're not going to make that next. Instead, we are going to make sprint assist, which is made using 4 servo motors. The reason I'm not going to make the jetpack just yet is because it requires 4 ion thrusters. And if we look over here, an ion thruster is made using invar, glowstone, wiring, and then 2 force field emitters, each of which requires a tesseract, which means we need 2 tesseract per ion thruster. Requiring 4 ion thrusters means we need 8 tesseracts. We made 2 last episode. We need 8 tesseracts in order to get that jetpack going on the modular power armor. So instead, to start with, we're going to get some sprint assist, which is just 4 servo motors. These are made using 2 solenoid, 2 wiring, and 1 pneumatic servo. Solenoid being made using wiring and iron, and then a pneumatic servo being made using glass, redstone, and iron. So I think we actually have everything it takes to make that already. 18 glass should be enough, I think. So let's go ahead. How many of those do we need? We need 4, and then we need 2 of these. I think we need 8 of these, and then we need, I think, 4 of the actual servos. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to combine those up together to make 4 of those. Nice. And then if we go ahead and apply that to this, install, and we'll just, I'm going to bump all these up for now. And you will see that by normal, we just walk normally. But then if we start to sprint, we actually should sprint pretty quickly if we're actually wearing the armor, which we are not. So let's go ahead and take that off, and let's put our normal armor on. And again, you will actually notice that right now, even if I sprint, I feel like we're walking a little bit faster, but you'll see right now our energy is actually not bad. This one has 0 out of 500,000. It doesn't have as much energy as it could have in it. So what we should probably do is set up a way to actually charge all of our stuff. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we could charge it up in any of the machines that we already have. I'm pretty sure you can't charge up in big reactors. I'm fairly certain you can in certain things in Mechanism, but I'm almost certain you can't in Leadstone Energy Cells. So what I think we're going to have to do is make ourselves an energetic infuser, this guy over here, which basically allows you to put items in and charge them up. So to make this, we're going to need 2 copper gears, another Leadstone Energy Cell frame, a machine frame, 2 of these transmission coils, and a redstone reception coil. So again, we're going to need another tin gear, which should be fairly easy. We've got quite a bit of glass left over, which is nice, which means making a machine frame shouldn't actually be that hard. There we go. Then we're going to need the coils. We can make 2 of those if we go ahead and request 2 ingots worth of silver. We already have some gold on us, so making the reception coil should be fine. Copper gears, again, should be no problem. I think you can make those with iron as well. We can. We had actually the perfect amount, which is kind of crazy. Let's make 1 more block of redstone and 1 more of these leadstone energy cells. And then finally, let's grab that 2 silver that we just requested, throw that in to make ourselves the transmission coils. Thank you very much. And we get ourselves an energetic infuser. Nice. Now, if we were to put those, this guy even down over here, and we are running out of space a little bit when it comes to putting these things down. So for now, I'm kind of just going to get rid of, actually, you know what, we could put it, I don't know if we could put it here. We should probably put like a flux duct here so we can actually draw power from it as well as send it through the Tesseract. But what we'll do for now is we'll just kind of break this and put the energetic infuser down right about there. That should start to fill up with power, and then if we were to put our leggings in, for example, they should start to charge up. It does use power pretty quickly, but those will charge up, and we'll do the same with the boots real quick so they get a bit of power as well. And once they've both got a little bit of powering, what I'll do between episodes, I'll let them charge up fully. We can actually walk reasonably quickly, which is kind of nice. Now, I was hoping that would go a little bit faster. That's fine. That's fine. The next thing... Oh my gosh, we move so slow in water. Oh, the next thing we need to make, it kind of goes along with our jetpack, and that is flight control. It's an add-on to the helmet, and it's down here, and this is going to be what allows us to have almost creative mode flight, because the jetpack on its own is kind of just like the jetpack that we just got rid of. Now, it would last for longer, because the power armor can hold a lot more power than the jetpack from Industrial Craft Classic, but if we add the flight control to it, it can actually almost act like creative mode flight. So to make this, we need a control circuit, which, if we go back to modular power suits, is made over here using 3 of the wiring, 2 more of this electrum, 2 glowstone, and 2 redstone. Fairly easy stuff. Let's request 1 more silver ingot. Thank you. Let's get ourselves some glowstone, not some goldstone. We'll take 2 of you. We've already got the redstone. It should pretty much already be here, and it is. We'll throw both of you, boom, boom, into there, and we should be good to go. We're almost out of wiring, but we might just have enough to make this work, and if we don't, we can always go ahead and make some more fairly easily. So let's go back over here. Let's go to flight, and let's install that. And verticality, I'm going to leave this at 0 for now. I will tinker around with this later on once I've got the actual jetpack. But what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to go away. I'm going to go and make 8 Tesseracts. Because we made them last episode, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me make 8 again. So I'm going to go away, make 8 Tesseracts, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so quite a little while later, I've managed to make 4 of the 32 Enderium ingots that we actually need to make all 8 Tesseracts. And I've decided that because these things take so long, and also because we don't actually have that much shiny metal left to make the Enderium blend, what I'm going to do instead is make some of these Enderium seeds for magical crops, which are a little bit overpowered, but basically allow us to grow Enderium. And for that, we're going to have to make our first pieces of Ceviche. So I've made this little chest so we can kind of just dump all of our stuff in there, run over quickly to this cache over here, which is full of the Manicia seeds that we've been making for the past, like, bunch of episodes. We also have another 4 well, not 4, we also have another 3,500 Manicia over there if we so need it. I'm not quite sure how far this is going to get us, or how much Manicia you need to make Ceviche, but I've gone ahead and grabbed our strong infusion stone. I thought that was going to work, but apparently it doesn't. So let's just kind of get rid of you for now. I'm going to keep hold of those. Let's grab the rest of our stones. We need this one and this one, and then we should be able to go ahead and make ourselves some Ceviche. Okay, so a little while later, we now have 23 Imperial, which is more than enough to make the 4 Ceviche that we need. All we need to do now is surround this strong infusion stone with some of our Enderman Essence, because this is something from the previous tier. That gets us an extreme infusion stone, which we can then surround with 4 of the Imperial, and that gets us 5 Ceviche, at which point we can then go ahead and do something like this if we have ourselves one of the original Manicia seeds, which we also have an absolute ton of, but we now should have the ability, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, to grow Enderium, which is kind of fantastic. So, again, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go away, I'm going to grab the watering can, which I somehow continually keep losing. I have no idea where that watering can continues to go, but I'm going to go away, probably make another watering can, sit around for a while, making sure we get enough Enderman seeds to make a bunch of Enderium ingots, and I'll be back in a second. And again, a really long time later, we are almost there on the final, the 8th Tesseract frame. They don't actually have to be Tesseracts, they are just the Tesseract frames. Whew, the Enderman seeds, the Enderium seeds, I apologize, do make things a little easier, but they still take forever. I mean, forever to actually grow into the mature form, so you can actually go ahead and make them into the Enderium ingots. So, I did actually go ahead and pulverize a bunch of coal, get some more sulfur, and make quite a lot of my Enderium ingots in the induction smelter using blazing pyrotheum like we did last episode. But, nevertheless, we now have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much everything we need to make this work. So, we need to make ourselves 4 ion thrusters. Each one of those requires 2 of these force field emitters. So we need 8 of these, which means we need a ton of wiring and a ton of solenoid. So, I've gone ahead and requested a bunch more copper and silver, so we should be able to do something like that to make a bunch more of those. Then we can go ahead and make quite a few more of these. Now, I think we need, what, 16? Because we need 8 of these, each one requires 2, so we need, yeah, at least 16 of these, which means we do need a little bit more iron than what we have right now. I will go ahead and take 100, well, apparently 256 more iron, but I don't think we actually need that much. Let's take 6, and then let's do the exact same thing again, so that we've got, ooh, we might need some more wiring as well. Jeez! This has turned out to be a lot more expensive than I originally thought it was going to be, but that is fine. We actually have a ton of all of these ingots, so it's a good thing that we're actually getting some use out of all of them. Let's grab all of you and do the exact same thing again. We should actually always grab twice as much silver, no, twice as much copper as silver, not twice as much silver as copper. It's the exact other way around. Let's put some of that silver back. And let's request another stack of copper real quick so we can actually make 2 sets of this and ease our lives up a little bit. Thank you. I'm hoping we can mix and match copper like this. We can. Cool stuff. I will take all that. We will make ourselves a bunch more of this solenoid. Takes up 23, a little bit more than we actually needed, but that is fine. We will then go ahead and make 8 of these force field emitters, and then we will combine those up with some glowstone and some of this invar that I've just made to make ourselves the 4 ion thrusters. Nice. Whew, that took way longer than I was expecting. Jeez. All right, let's grab all of our power armor again. Let's go ahead and equip the jetpack install, and I'm going to put thrust all the way up to full there. Did we end up installing the flight control? We did. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do if you're making this as well, or the next thing we're going to want to do is press K. This brings up all the key bindings for modular power suits. I believe you can also do it in here if you press key bindings, but if you're on the go, the default hotkey is K, and we're going to make a new key binding. I'm going to set it to F. And what F is going to do, if we go ahead and equip some of our modular power armor here, what F is going to do, you'll see right now, if you listen, you can hear that, like, thrust going on. That's because flight control is on by default. But what we're going to do is we're going to equip flight control to F. All you got to do is drag it near F. And then when we press F, it turns off. Now, if we jump, we fly, we use our jetpack. But if we jump, this has been a little iffy. If we jump and press F, flight control is on, and we can move around as if we were in creative mode almost. Now, we are moving a little bit slower than we did, than I did in a single player world, and I think that might have something to do with the way that I set up the sprint assist here. I think it might be compensation? Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so, again, it was what I said at the beginning. It was the fact that we put too much power into the batteries. We had made the armor way too much, and so it was slowing us down. But all I did there was just turn down the battery size to about half on all of them. You can see here, they're now all at about half on every single one. We could probably bump the jetpack up a little bit, the main power armor bit, but we now move significantly faster while we're running around. And also, we can jetpack around pretty quickly, and if I press F, we do get the little flight control thing, which basically allows us to fly around as if we were in creative mode, which is kind of fantastic. I think it's Z to go down. Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a weird key binding, and I haven't used that in ages. I'm surprised I remembered it. But we can now go up and down fairly easily using our jetpack, and flight control allows us to quickly move around. Then if we want to slow it down, all we got to do, press F, and we just drop. Nice. Now, you'll notice we did take some fall damage there. That is something that we can kind of mitigate by lowering ourselves slowly. Or, well, I say that and then still take fall damage. Lowering slowly, or by adding some of the armor plates on to the armor as well. For now, I'm not too bothered about armor. We can probably just lower ourselves slowly, and we don't have to fight that many mobs right now. If we try to fight something harder, like if we go and do some of the Draconic Evolution stuff, or if we get a bit further into Britannia and do some of the Britannia bosses, I might invest in some of the higher tier plating, which is really high armor and a really low weight, because right now some of the lower tier armor is pretty good, but it weighs a lot, which is going to slow us down, and it's going to make our flying a lot less easy and a lot less cool, which is one of the main reasons why I made this armor, because I love the way the flying works. It is absolutely fantastic. Also, let me check real quick. Is the auto... Oh, you used to be able to make an... Oh, you can! The auto feeder. Whenever you are hungry, this module will grab the bottom leftmost food item from your inventory and feed it to you, storing the rest for later. This could be pretty cool. I might look into that as well. That does mean we have to carry food on us, which is not quite as good as the auto feeder that we have over here. This guy kind of just feeds us as we walk past, which is kind of cool. I could always go ahead and just put a bunch more of those around, but we do always have the option to carry around like a stack of steak with us and have that be auto fed to us by the armor as well, which is pretty awesome. But for now, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Modded Survival Island there. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment down below. I always enjoy reading the comment section. But I will see you guys next time.